Top of the morning. I'm well aware of how I look. You ain't got to say nothing. You lucky I sprammed some water on my face. Anyway, sometimes plans change. And that is something that I'm learning recently. I don't like it, but I got to learn it. Sometimes your plans change. For example, this was actually, I accept this one. This is actually something I need last night. My plans were to sit on the porch, sit on the balcony, vape, and do some yoga. However, I got stuck after the vape session. I puffed a little bit, and then naturally my mind just started like, okay, we're going all over the place. And so I say, my mind started, Instagram only lets you do the 4 at a time anyway. My mind started going all over the place. I started to write down some of these thoughts because they were gems. And I'm debating on sharing them with y'all or keeping them to myself. I don't know. But at any rate, typed them up on my little notes app that I keep. And my mind landed on one thought in particular for a moment where it was actually a memory of when I was younger. When I don't know if, I guess I saved a lady. I don't know, that may be a stretch. I don't know if I saved this lady or not, but by the way, all of these are filtered, so don't think I look this good. Just rolling out the bed. I'm well aware it's 11:15. That ain't none of your business. It's Sunday. Anyway. So years ago, this was when I was probably still in high school, maybe college. I came home. This is when I still lived with my parents. I came home late at night. Parents was already asleep. And there was this elderly lady like across the street in my neighbor's yard, like with a nightgown on and no shoes. And it was wet and raining. I think it was cold. And I got out of my car and all I heard was somebody say, hey. And I'm like, it's really late. Who's out here? And then who is, calling to me? And so I looked around and, I saw her across the street in my neighbor's yard. And I was like, who is this lady? And so I go over to her. And this is when I see that she is just in a nightgown and no shoes on. And so clearly something's wrong. And so I'm thinking about this lady. And something tells me like, call your mom. Because during this occurrence, this instance, I ended up calling my mom because, again, she was in the house sleeping. I needed some help with this lady because I was like, I don't know what to do. So I was like, let me call my mom and see if she remembers this incident. And so I called her because something was like, I'm not gonna get into it, but some time ago, my mama said something that. So I called her to see if she remembered, this happening. And she did. And she even helped me. She filled in some of the things that I had actually forgotten about this incident. So basically, like I said, I came home and the lady called to me. I went over to her and I helped her. And obviously she was she either had Alzheimer's or dementia or something. Because she was just walking the streets and she had gotten, we didn't know this lady. We didn't know where she came from. And she had found her way into my neighbor's yard at the same time that I had came home. And so my mom came out of the house and, we were walking with her. And as we were kind of walking out of my neighbor's yard and down into the street to figure out what we're going to do with this lady, her family drives up from, we don't know where they came from. And her family comes, they collect her, put her in the car. They're very grateful and thankful. And that was pretty much it. But I think about that lady all the time. And so I called my mom last night this year she remembered, and like I said, she did, and she even like, you know, helped me to remember some things that I had forgotten. And we were on the phone like 40 minutes, which is a little out of the norm for me and my mom. And so during that conversation, my mom confirmed some things to me that I already kind of suspected, some things that I already kind of knew that I suspected that she believed. I know the story long as fuck, ain't it? She confirmed something that I had a feeling that she believed based on something that she said, or actually a couple of things that she said to me like a couple of months ago when I was back home visiting with her. And so I say all that to say that sometimes your plans do change. For instance, I was planning to do yoga last night, but based on the way my thoughts were going last night and how I just needed to sit in those thoughts and really develop those thoughts, and then also needed to have that conversation with my mom. What I wanted to do last night was do yoga, but what I needed to do last night was sit. So I needed to, I needed to have those thoughts, and I needed to have that conversation with my mom. So, yeah, sometimes your plans change, and that's okay because you might be going down this path, but you kind of need to shift. You kind of need to go down this other path or make a turn or pause or turn around. Hopefully not turn around. That's kind of disappointing. But yeah, your plans change, and that's okay.